Hey everybody, welcome to my second channel, Freest. It's me, Freest. Here on the second channel, we've got just a few hundred subs, but on the main channel, we hit two and a half thousand a little bit ago, and I thought, you know, because I like to do these things at major milestones, and because, as you can see in this tweet, I forgot to do one at 2K, I would do a Q&A video. So that's what we're doing. I've not read any of these questions ahead of time. This is just a tweet I put out a while ago. I was like, hit me with all your best questions and I'll do my best to answer them. So that's what we're gonna do today. In this very, very cozy on-stream format. Hello to everyone in the stream. And if you wanna, hop in while we're like recording stuff like this, or reactions, or just chilling other days, join me on twitch.tv/Freest, FREEEEEECED, and we'll vibe. Let's just get right into it. First question comes from Black Fox 777, who says, advice for anyone trying to start out with nerdcore. So two things, I guess. My first advice for anyone trying to start out with nerdcore would be my same advice for anyone trying to start out in any kind of music. Which would be listen to a lot of music that you really like. And listen to music by the people that the artists that you really like. So listen to your influences, listen to your influences. It's also important to listen to a lot of different artists. Don't fall into the trap of just listening to one person, because you will end up trying to become a clone of that person, and people will probably call you out on it. And also, it just inhibits you developing your own style. What does they say? It's like stealing from one person is plagiarism. Stealing from a lot of people is art. It's true. My second piece of advice is, whether you've started making music or not, ideally before you even start, really get involved in the community. So talk to as many people as you can who are interested in nerdcore, who are sort of in the overall community. If you get the chance to talk to, a nerdcore artist, great. If you don't feel like when you have a question about music, you have like how to do something musically, you have to ask a nerdcore artist. Look it up on YouTube. The reason is that nerdcore artists, like any other artists, get a lot of the same questions a lot, and a lot of the answers to those questions, things like which microphone is the best, how do you mix, how do you write lyrics. These are, by the way, these are questions that I like to answer, but you can also you can find the answers to these questions with Google, which is probably where those people found the answers to those questions. So yeah, overall, my two pieces of advice for anyone trying to get started with nerdcore is, one, listen to a lot of good music by a lot of different people. Two, yeah, be in the community. For a lot of years, I made the mistake of trying to make music that, had to do with fandoms without ever figuring out how to get involved with the fandoms or with the communities, or, it works no matter what kind of music scene you're trying to get into. Be a part of the scene. Yeah, be a part of sort of the living organism that is nerdcore, and you will have a much better time with anything you do in it. Next question comes from Terachi. who says, "Where'd the name Freest come from?" So yeah, this is one that I get a lot. But basically, back when I was like 15, 14, 15, I had an old, started out as just an artist name, and then it was the name of an old channel. Basically the end of it was the word freest, which means the most free. But nobody knew, like, nobody recognized that that was a word, and they kept saying it as Freest. And so my friends would make fun of me by spelling it Freest, like Freeced. You know, and then they would only call me, they would just call me that. They would just drop the first part of the name. So that became sort of my like nickname with anybody that knew me. And so when I started my new channel, I was just like, oh, I'm just Freest now. I'll just be Freest. So yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat with Shwabadi, where like our names don't mean anything. But in my case, it's sort of a bastardization of a name that used to mean something. But I like it better. Next question is from Carter Sauce, who predictably asks a superhero-related question. If you could have a total of 2 superpowers that have not been portrayed in movies or TV, what would they be? This is tough because, I mean, you'd really have to qualify what you mean by not portrayed in movies or TV. Because, like, if you're talking about like Marvel and DC, you know, there's a lot to work with. But I mean, if you have a show like Misfits, like in Misfits, there's a guy whose power is that he can control milk. It gets really specific. You know, even if you add in like the, you know, X-Men TV shows and stuff, like there's a lot of really specific powers. So I cannot be 100% sure that any power that I pick would not have been portrayed. So since Carter's in the chat and he is specifying like specifically superhero movies like Marvel and DC, fair enough. So I'd have to think about like a sort of unconventional power. I think it'd have to be something really specific, right? I feel like it's tough to pick anything that isn't like, to some extent, already extant, you know? So, I don't know, like off the top of my head, right? Like powers that I wish I had. I wish that I had the ability to like the problem is the powers that I really like are like very like cliche powers, like teleportation, you know, or like super speed, flight, but also things like being able to like instantly instantly do away with pain, I think would be a cool power. I feel like there's like similar powers. I feel like Professor X could probably do that, but like it being its own power, without it being like a sedative thing, I feel like isn't like super explored. I think that would be cool. I don't know, a power to like diffuse tensions in a room, so it's just like if you walk in someplace and everybody's just like really sort of on edge, just being able to like calm, you know, that like instantly. Again, there's definitely heroes that can do that. It really, yeah, it really is a lot of times like a vibe power. Gosh, I'd like to have the ability to like be in multiple places at once, so I wouldn't have to like miss out on anything. Even just the ability to not have to sleep, I think would be cool. I don't know if like I feel like that kind of comes, I feel like that sort of like comes into play with stuff. Like there are some characters that don't have to sleep, you know, but I don't know, is there a character whose power is just that like he doesn't have to sleep? Because I would enjoy that power. I think that's something that if you ask DPS, he would say as well, just not having to sleep. Cause like, I don't know, these days it's like, it kind of feels like, every time I have to sleep, it's like an inconvenience because there's something I want to be doing. It's like work or something I want to get done. So yeah, I don't know if I really got to like 2 in total, but I think it was an interesting enough discussion that I'm going to count that as an answer. Outcast Ray says, how are you actually the most adorable person? No, you. No, you. No, you. No, you, Ray. No, you. Local twink causes problems on purpose. Lieutenant Colonel Pop says, how long did you do open mics? Everything I've heard about your open mic sessions is so interesting. Feel free to just talk about that too. Oh, I've got free reign on this one. Yeah, so how long did I do open mics? Kind of an interesting question because I'm trying to think of when I did like my first open mic. Probably it was like at camp when I was like 15, like 14, 15. I think it would have been 14. I did, I was at camp and I did there was like a talent show at the end of it, which isn't quite an open mic, but it was really set up more like an open mic. Because it was like, you know, it wasn't a school thing. So like that was my first sort of like open mic type of experience, I think. Aside from, I don't know, because it might have actually been before that. I don't remember. This is such a weird like tangential thing, but I feel like it's close enough. When I was younger, I was once at a funeral where I was asked to just like after I got there, I was asked to, y'all just hear me just burping in the microphone. That's super professional. You probably cut it in like 4K as well, because this is a nice microphone. Shouldn't have swapped out microphones before that. Oh well, now that's captured for all eternity. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was once at a funeral where, like, after I got there, somebody was like, "Hey, there's a piano here. Can you play some, you know, like some calming piano music, like as people walk in and stuff, like walk in or walk out, I don't remember." So I'm just like no prep ahead of like nothing. I'm just like sat down at a piano and just playing stuff. Fortunately I am like good at playing stuff by ear and like improvising, but like who does that? That said, it's one of my favorite like memories. It was which is strange thing to say about a funeral, but specifically just I think that is like one of the times I've felt like the closest with the music to, you know, to be pretentious about it. But getting back to the actual question, so like that might have been like what I felt like was my first like open mic experience, which again, a funeral, not an open mic. But yeah, I was in a talent show at a camp when I was 14, where at the end of camp, I wrote a song about sort of the experience of being at camp. And it was like a comedy song, and I performed that, and people really liked it. Yeah, so probably like in high school, when I was, or high school or just after, I was like 17 and 18, I think, is when I started doing open mics, for real. And the first ones that I did weren't music, they were poetry. So I used to do, I was never on like a slam poetry team, but I did like slam poetry at open mics, and I did like spoken word and stuff. So my sort of flex that I would do, and that really made it slam poetry. Was I would go to the open mic with nothing written, and then the first like 3 or 4 people would go, and then while they were up there like performing, I would write a poem, like a long form, spoken word poem about that, like incorporated like stuff that they talked about, and then just other stuff like that was going on in the room, and then just like other stuff I was thinking about. So then when I got up to do my piece, I got like a little bit into it, and then people would like realize that I was talking about stuff that was happening like right now. I'd be like, when did you write this? That was sort of my gimmick, Yeah. But if you want to talk to like a real slam poet, you got to talk to Mir Blackwell, because he was the guy. Which, small plug, listen to the Freest episode with Mir Blackwell. It's also on this channel, a few videos back, because talked about it there. Yeah. So my first open mics were poetry. And then, yeah, after that, I started doing some, maybe like a couple years later when I was like 20, I started doing like, or no, I guess it was before. I guess it was sort of like, maybe it was like 19 or so. I started doing, like acoustic performances, just songs that I'd written. I wrote a lot of folk songs. So I would perform those. I did not perform a rap song at an open mic, excluding talent shows, because I once did one in like a high school talent show. But I did not perform a rap song at an open mic until I think after I started my channel. So yeah, it was like late 2019. Late 2019 is when I started doing rap open mics, and then I was still doing some acoustic stuff and some improv as well. I really like to make up songs on the spot. Oh my goodness! In the middle of the Q&A video recording, we got the raid from Breton Boy. We got the Ayuz in the chat. Thank you so much, Diggs, who says congrats on 2.5. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. Breton, I hope you had a great stream. This is not getting cut out of the video. Nothing is getting cut out of the video. I love seeing the Ayuz. Do I have a catchphrase? I guess it's just rawr, huh? Because when we raid, we say rawr. Somebody on Twitter was talking about, somebody was talking about, like, I think Breton was involved in this discussion. It was like if Pokemon said like people's catchphrases, but like mine would be rawr, and I feel like there's probably a Pokemon that already says something pretty close to that. A rawr is kind of hits different though. So welcome in, everybody. We are doing a Q&A video to celebrate 2.5K subs on the YouTube channel. And we're answering this question by Noise, who said, how long did you do open mics? So the short answer to that question, along with everything we talked about, is essentially like from the time I was about 18 until now, unless you count like talent shows. Started out doing poetry, then moved up to like acoustic stuff, and then just in 2019 started doing some hip hop when I started my current channel. And then COVID hit, and I've not done one since. And I really can't wait to get back to it, because I love doing open mics. Yeah, like I briefly mentioned, like my favorite thing to do at an open mic is just to make stuff up off the top of my head. Like if you start singing a song and then people realize that you're talking about them, it's great. It's great. Before I move on to the next question, I just want to say again, thank you so much, Breton, for the raid, and everybody new who's shown up. If you don't know me, my name is Freest. I'm a nerdcore rapper, and today I'm answering questions. So let's move to the next one. Jeff Jeff, they say, what's your favorite pasta noodle? Or if you don't have one, what's your least favorite? Is lasagna a noodle? If lasagna is a noodle, that's my favorite pasta noodle. It's my favorite pasta. Otherwise, just spaghetti. I just like spaghetti. You know, I like it. I like spaghetti with the, you know, with the salt in the pot, with the, you know, don't break the noodles. Because I feel like, I don't, this is not scientific, but it feels like if you break the noodles, they lose their flavor. And that's not true, but it is true. Yeah, easy question, easy answer. Psyduck says, if you could create your own anime, what would it be and who would you put as the voices for characters? Heavy question. So I've talked before about like how I think it would be cool to do an anime where the premise is it's like, so I don't think this has been done. Maybe it has. But the premise is it's like, you know, it's like an after school club anime, right? But the club is like a filmmaking club. And so like it's a group of, you know, kids that want to make a movie, but they've like never done it before. So then you can have like all the stereotypes in kind of a fun anime way, right? Because you've got like the director who's like, you know, got the vision but can't act or whatever, and you've got like the nerdy screenwriter, you know. You've got like the diva actor or multiple diva actors, and you've got like the jock that they like rope in from the like whatever the sports team is, like soccer team or whatever, to do the stunts, you know. But then like it ends up that like the stunt guy turns out to be like, you know, have a passion for like writing or something else, or like direct, like some other like film related skill, you know, later on. Yeah, and you've got like the character, kind of like the Yuki Hayashi type character, right? Who like does the thing, but then like out of necessity, like, you know, writes music for the thing and then discovers like a real talent for writing music. I think it would just be a really cool way to make an anime that includes a lot of different types of creative people. Who would I put as the voices for the characters? I don't know, because I don't really know. Like, if I made an anime, I would want it to be like in Japanese, but I don't know any like the names of any Japanese actors, which is terrible, but it's true. I would have no idea who to put as voices. I guess I could maybe pick some dub voices. I think I would want, gosh, who does? I have no idea. I have no idea who would voice it. Yeah. I mean, you gotta like, I think I would put homies in as the voices, right? And hello, shiny person. But like, yeah, the thing is, when it comes to like anime, like the anime side of voice acting, I don't know any names that aren't like people I know, like I actually know. All homie voice would be kind of goated. Yeah, I feel like Lyndon would be really good as like the director or the screenwriter character. I think I don't know, I think Shwabadi would be really good as like I feel like Shwabadi would be really good as like the jock character that like discovers a passion for filmmaking. That's what I feel like. I don't know though. I don't know. But that's my anime pitch. Donut Steel. Cola Kong says, what's your favorite kind of bug? Yo, I don't like bugs, dude. Well, no, here's the thing. A few years ago, when Caffeine, my best friend Caffeine, got her first car, it was an old Volkswagen Bug, and we would cruise around in that thing like queens. And that was the mobile, you know? That was the mobile. That was the whip. So that's my favorite kind of bug. Otherwise, I'm pretty cool with spiders. Honestly, after like a lot of work, I'm cool with spiders. Any other type of bug, I'm pretty skeezed out by still. I wish I wasn't, because I'd like to just not mind bugs, you know. That freaked me out. Flourish has this nice reaction here. What's your favorite kind of bug? Incredible. Let's see. K2 says least favorite Sonic character. Least favorite Sonic character? I mean, honestly, least favorite Sonic character. I don't have a lot of use for like Shadow. I don't know, like Shadow I feel like is kind of like for memes, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's not like I hate Shadow or anything. It's just like fine. It's fine. My least favorite Sonic character is probably what like everyone's OC. That's not true. I don't care. Have a Sonic OC. Does not matter. Most favorite Sonic character is Sonic. Easy peasy. I also like Tails. Xena Kitty has some bars for me, it seems like. So, murder a bird and leave its corpse to the corvid. That's a crowbar, Jason Todd. Too bad that it's morbid. Is this a good Joker quote? It sounds like a Joker rap to me. I don't know. I do like the murder and corvid flip. It's kind of nice. That's a crowbar. See, I mean, these are good flips. It's good bars. I don't know if it's a good Joker quote. It's good bars. That Dutch Geek says, which one of your videos are you the most proud of? If you mean like songs, like which one of my songs am I the most proud of? Probably Summer Rain, my Zenitsu rap. I feel like the video for that is also pretty good. A lot of people don't know that there are closed captions on that video. So this is like a mini PSA, like there are. So turn them on if you want to see the lyrics. Yeah. Yeah, probably that one overall. As far as my like non-music, probably one of my like comedy sketches. The one I think that makes me laugh the most is either, I don't know, there's a couple of my like comedy sketches that I think are funny, like either of my One Take Larry videos I think are good, where it's like the one where he's like auditioning for Hanzo and he can't say Ryugu wa Gateki wo Kurao. Like that one I think is funny. I'm proud of that one because it like I got to watch Shwabadi react to it and he was just dying. So yeah, maybe that one. Este says, you'll be introduced into Karasuno team, but you have to remove one of the important players. I think, okay. Is this like a will you press the button, or is it just like, if this is the case, who are you getting rid of? Because if it's like would you do this or not, then it's like no, because I'd rather just watch Haikyuu, and all of the important characters are important for a reason, you know. Also, you say like one of the important players, so I assume it can't be like the you know, the like the two on the team that nobody remembers. You know what I'm talking about? The ones who are just like, oh, these are the others. What are they, like the other like second years or whatever? Like nobody like knows who they are. So maybe, I don't know. So like if they're not considered important characters, then It depends. It depends, because if it's like swapping out like in the show, like from the beginning of the show, like who do I think I could sub in for? Like that's tough because they're all so important. Like it would fundamentally change, I think, the direction of the story. If there's somebody I think that I could like swap in for and like take their place, I think maybe Tadashi, which is probably unsurprising. I feel like I'm most like Tadashi out of everybody at Karasuno. So if it's like they never exist, instead I occupy the same place in the show as they did, then yeah, then Tadashi. If it's like, yeah, no, I think because Tadashi is a very important character. Like, I mean, he was fundamental for them winning at least, you know, one major game. So yeah, Tadashi. I'm not gonna overthink it. Otherwise, I was gonna say like maybe Suga, you know, possibly Daichi, but like as far as like not changing the story and still getting like positive outcomes, Tadashi. But I wouldn't want to like take Tadashi's place and then Tadashi doesn't get Tadashi's arc. You know, it's straight up like if Tadashi doesn't exist in the story. Hunter says, I may be 21, but can you legally adopt me? Sure thing. Get in the Honda Accord. We are going to get snacks. Can you beat Goku? At what? Chess? Maybe. Pogs? Probably. Fisticuffs? I don't think so. Existing in real life? Remains to be seen. Stealthy Flame says, why you me dad? Sure thing, Tiger. Why? Why is anything the case? Why is anything the case, Stealthy Flames? Listen, people have dad vacancies. I'm there. What would you name a dinosaur bear hybrid? Sora Poddington. And then last question comes from Ocelot? Comes from Caleb, who says, the one thing, anime game, etc. you won't rap about. I don't know, like if it's like I won't ever rap about this. Hard to rule out anything unless it's straight up like something that I think is like actually like ethically bad, then I won't rule it out. But if it's like, I don't know, this is kind of a boring answer to end on, but like the only thing I wouldn't rap about is like if I thought that the thing itself, if like by rapping about it, it would like bring attention to something that I don't think like is like good. Like I think that it would cause a problem. And I can't think off the top of my head like what that would be. So for now, I guess I'd just say like, guess we'll see. I don't really go around like writing a blacklist of like things that I would never rap about. Like it's hard enough to like keep up with all the things that I am gonna rap about. There's a lot. Okay. That was the last question. We made it. Had a raid in the middle. This video is honestly shorter than I thought it might be. Lance says good night, so good night, Lance. Yeah. Hope we learned something about Freest. Hope we had a Hope we had an informative and good and cozy time. Oh, did Lance redeem a roar? Hold on. Hold on. Also Loki has redeemed drink some water. I don't have water around me. I have Fago brand water. Water. You redeemed a roar. Wait, you redeemed... Yo, I'm going to end the video so that this is not like overly drawn out. Then I will do these roars. Promise. I promise. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out my main channel, Freest, which is the one that just hit 2.5K. Subscribe to this one for more, you know, offshoots, videos, reactions, non-music, whatever. Yeah. Till next time, take care. I will see you later. Big hard hand for everybody.